And good evening, everybody. Rob Gehring here, owner of Traffic Leads to Income VM and leader of Team Massive Success, welcoming you to our webinar this evening, our Tuesday night webinar. It's 8:06 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Tuesday night. So I've got some of my friends here live with me, Carlos, Felice, and Tony. So we're going to be talking about your role in your business, courtesy of Traffic Leads to Income VM. And if you're listening to me and you're not a member of Traffic Leads to Income VM, get back to the person who invited you to a webinar like this. Get back to your person who normally sponsors you in things. Get back to somebody, or go to trafficleadstoincomevm.com and make yourself a member. So live group, we appreciate you much. And those listening to this recorded, thank you for taking the time to listen to our Traffic Leads to Income VM presentation tonight, which isn't so much about Traffic Leads to Income VM, but it's about your role in your business. Okay, so let me move over now to screen share and desktop, share screens, and you should be seeing the blog article that we did that sort of introduces our Tuesday night webinars. And that's the invite that has the link to the blog and has the link to the room, has the link to the last recording, and some see the MMS plan, which is my massive marketing success setup to get a complete funnel set up for yourself for your online business. Those that go to robgehring.com/webinar see that. If you go to robgehring.com/webinar too, you're probably a Team to Profit member, and you'll see everything the same, except you will be invited to our custom funnel. And actually everybody within Traffic Leads to Income VM Step 7 has an opportunity to get a custom funnel, which is a very high-end, high-producing, high-yielding marketing funnel. So everybody in any business should appreciate that. Okay, so we'll leave this as a backdrop. Let's talk about your role in your business. Okay, so let's just kind of break down the online game, the online business for everybody here. So first off, you need a proper setup. Okay, so it really starts with having that funnel. So it's either the company provided funnel or a custom funnel that either somebody like me provides to you, helps you with, or you just go ahead and create yourself, or you find somebody else to assist you in that endeavor. So what is a funnel? It is a very sticky lead capture page, which when exposed to things like really high effective paid advertising is going to build your list like crazy. So the linchpin of my marketing funnel, my custom funnel, for me and others that work with me, is MLM leads, and that's in the Traffic Leads to Income VM downline builder. So your role in your business is to get yourself the right material. Your role in your business is to have the right advertising. Your role in your business is to invest in yourself and your business. If you spend your entire online career trying to do it for free, trying to figure everything out for free, and only using free resources, it's a tough road to get to the top. There has to be some point where you say, you know what, I'm going to plant my flag. I'm going to either gather existing resources or go out and get capital, and I'm going to make something happen, right, to get the ball rolling. It takes massive action to get massive results and to create a massively large business. So paid advertising helps with that. So again, MLM leads, check it out. The online builder of Traffic Leads to Income VM under resources, I believe. So these are things that you don't need a ton of skill to do, right? You don't need necessarily a lot of skill to have a funnel, maybe to build one. But let's just say between what I offer at Traffic Leads to Income and the 7 steps, what I offer with my custom funnel, and what your company may offer, you probably have something that's going to work in paid advertising. Okay, so that doesn't take a ton of skill. If you're going to go out and create something on your own completely, okay, maybe. So easy enough. Check that off the list. Now the next thing is to provide the right traffic, the paid traffic that'll get you the results that you need. So again, we gave that hint, we gave that tip, MLM leads or something of its equivalent, which I really haven't had anybody present to me. So, but if you know anything that can convert you 50% of your clicks to leads, let me know. I'd like to test it. That's an ongoing challenge. But again, no skill required there. I went out. I had to get some money. I had to either tap into my savings, my business budget, or get some business capital. Again, your role in your business is to figure this stuff out, or else you work 9 to 5. You work a job until you get to a point where you can do what I just said. It's just that simple. People don't want to hear it. It's real easy to tell people what they want to hear. It's a little more difficult to tell people things that they don't want to hear, and then see who's left at the end of the day. We'll see who's left standing in this meeting. Will there still be, the same names as when we got started? Maybe somebody gets disgusted and says, I don't want to hear that I have to invest in myself and I have to invest in my business. No, I'm going to go to somebody who's going to tell me, no, you can just do it with free traffic. And I love free traffic. And I say use it as well as kind of the default, the backdrop, easy enough. Keep that running. But I'm just a big believer in investing in myself and my business, and I want to see results. I want leads that I can work with, right? Because the right funnel gives you the 50% opt-in rate, based on 100 clicks, 50 leads. If your process involves somebody registering and giving a phone number, now I have information I can use to call to send a nice snappy text message, invite people to the next step in the process, which then opens up step 2. This is where maybe some skill comes into play, but again, we can tell you what to do. I literally have a text message I call the golden text message that when I do have a phone number of somebody, I use it every time and it gets a response. And I actually have somebody who's going to be making an appointment with me. I did something that was interesting. So let me tell you that before I move on to deeper into your role in your business. Your role in your business, actually, another role is to be a leader. Okay, so I'm the upline leader of many people. In the business that I'm in, I look down and I see, a tree with a lot of different branches and people that go down 275 levels. But you know what? I have their phone number, right? If they give it, I have their phone number. So I went and looked at every paid active member that I had, irregardless of whether they were personally sponsored by me or not. Personally sponsored by one of the people that I personally sponsored, but not necessarily by me. And I just wanted to send them a little message and say, hello, I'm here to help and support you. Because sometimes sponsors get busy. They forget, or they don't know. They've never received this training. Maybe I never got with them quick enough and say, hey, that's one of your roles in your business, is to be not just bring people in and let the process work, but being part of the process of meeting and greeting and giving that next step. Instructions can give the next step, but most people don't pay attention to instructions. They pay attention to somebody who gets in their face, right? Gets real with them and, reaches out and, contacts them personally. Makes a huge difference. So long story short, I'm sending these text messages because text messages are non-intrusive. Calling can be a little disturbing to people. It's not necessarily a bad thing if you're really good at it. But, if somebody's truly going to be interested, they're going to reply to the text message, right? So I usually think that's a good qualifier to see who of the people that I haven't been able to really get a response from naturally may be interested. So the text message is a nice way to sort of bring somebody forward. So I get some responses. And one of the people, really great responses and telling me that, the different things that they've been doing that I had no awareness of, I wouldn't know. And they wanted me to call them this morning at 9 o'clock. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't available at 9 o'clock, but I use a scheduling program. So I gave them my calendar link, and I anticipate they'll be making an appointment soon, surely within the next couple of days. So that's huge, right? Because that's all we're looking for. In a given week, if I can get a handful of people moving forward, going all in, getting good, strong, out-of-the-box advertising going, I could, it's a win, We could grow the team by 5, 10, 15, 20 people maybe, perhaps. And that's the important thing. So one of your roles in your business is to foster not just your leads, not just your free customers, your new paid members, to foster them and teach them the way and stay there until they produce results. If they can't follow a step-by-step that's proven, then they're not the right candidate. So you're going to maybe have 25 people in a business, maybe 5 are your growers, they're your producers. And of those 5, they could create a legacy of success for you and your family, right? Let's say I sponsored Stone Evans as one of my 5, or Joel Terrian as one of my 5, or trying to think of some other names that are out there. Frank Kern, for example, right? You can think of some names too of people who are huge, but they weren't huge in the beginning. They were smart people with good work ethics, and they're in somebody's downline probably somewhere of something. So we're looking to work with people, identify talent, and then work with that talent and have that talent produce, that talent grow, in this business, producing a strong team of their own. And then we work with somebody else. So they could be at any point of your organization. They're maybe not necessarily your personal referral, but somebody who you see in a tree somewhere. Don't be the one that says, that's not my place. Because your role in your business is to always have a place. Your role in your business is to not be the one that says, this is why I can't, but be the one that says, this is why I can, and do it and make it happen. So just a story to share. I sometimes am surprised at different things that I try, different things that I do. I like to share the story because somebody at one of these meetings one day could take it and run and, be much better for it. So kind of back to the skill, no skill side of things. So when we talk about, producing the material, there necessarily isn't skill. There's some skill required in being, well, not really. There's some skill when it comes to, from a personal side. Not everybody has good interpersonal skills, as they call them, but that can be learned, I believe. So that's maybe where a little bit of a learning curve starts. I can do everything pretty much from a duplicatable standpoint to get the material I need. Materials, again, are leads, free members perhaps, and maybe dollar trial or brand new, paid members. But they're nothing unless they do something. And you have a choice. You can either sit back and play the autopilot, no skill required, or try to then start honing some interpersonal skills, some leadership skills, and begin working with people and connecting the dots and pushing them to the next obstacle, the next little hurdle, the next task, if you will. For me, it's a 5-step training process. Did you do it? Okay, maybe I just need to walk you through it, right? And there's always that next step. Some of those next steps could be introducing somebody to an all-in upgrade that could make you 500, 1,000, a couple thousand, who knows, depending on the business that you're in. So this is where maybe the skill begins, and it's reaching into your dark zone where you're not comfortable. And it just is. I've had these webinars for 15 years, and it's really the same thing over and over again. You got to get over it. You got to get over, things that you're not doing because there's a reason that you feel that you don't want to do it. And a lot of it comes down to your own confidence, your own belief in yourself. And the only way you can learn and develop skill is to practice, right? And you will learn each time that the practice goes better. Each time you have an interaction with somebody, it goes better. And that's how you sharpen your saw. That's how you get stronger. That's how everything gets better for baseball players, basketball players, online marketers, javelin throwers, lacrosse players. It's practice. It's practice. So I can show you how to create a custom funnel, but you have to put in your own video. That sometimes stops people from doing it, okay? Maybe a little bit of skill there, but not really. You just have to be yourself and look at the camera and tell me why I should come forward with you. Why should I join your team? You have to be able to tell me, right? I think that's very important. I can give you the magic text once they, reveal a phone number based on a form that they filled in. Maybe they went from a lead to a free customer. I can give you that magic text. Whether you'll ask me for it will be a whole other story. Will you ask me for it? I don't know. Magic text gets a pretty good response. from people, and it's universal for any business that you're in. So I can give you that. But what I can't do, and part of your role in your business, which is tonight's topic, courtesy of Traffic Leads to Income PM, your role in your business is to step up and run your business, to be the CEO, to be the leader, to be the jack of all trades, to be the chief officer and bottle washer, to be everything. The PR guy or lady, the marketing person, the advertising person that we talked about earlier that comes up with that budget to make this material happen from a day-to-day basis, and the recruiter, the onboarder, if you will, getting people oriented and moving forward. These are all roles in your business, and developing talent and duplicating yourself. So you know what to do. You have your strategy. That person does exactly the same because you did what you did to get this person that you're now talking to, right? You're in a position to move them forward in your business. Now you're going to teach them the exact same thing, okay? So it's not about getting the next sign up. It's not about getting the next person. It's about the people that already are there and finding out, maybe they're not in it to win it. Maybe they're not the right candidate. But damn, you got to find out. You got to get in there. You got to have those conversations. You got to make appointments. You got to work with people. You've got to put some time into it. That's how network marketing and networking, online marketing is done. That's how success happens. So those are roles in your business. But you can't just necessarily sit back and wait for things to happen. You've got to be a catalyst. And I learned long ago that the more I roll up my sleeves and get involved, the better that it's going to be. So that's your role in your business. And I hope you found this useful, helpful. I could go on and on and on and keep preaching and preaching. I think part of it too is I didn't mention the personal sacrifices. Let's get into that a little bit. Personal sacrifices. I still got about 7 minutes to go here. So when I was just starting out 17, 18 years ago, I went to work. Well, no, I got up and did my online business. I went to work, got home, ate dinner, spent some time with the family, closed the door downstairs, told my wife, I have a dream. I want to run my own online business. She said, okay. I just don't lose a lot of money, she told me, right? And then I worked. I didn't watch Gilligan's Island. I didn't watch Gomer Pyle. I worked. And I didn't always know what I was doing, but I was maybe looking for a business. I was searching for things. I was looking at advertising. I was looking at methods. It's where I discovered the 10K Hits for You system, which eventually became Traffic Leads to Income BM through my studies and research over those early years, right? And then I'd be driving to work. I'd be on the phone with leads and prospects and new members and people of the team and people that I was trying to develop because I was I worked for a large national retailer for 23 years before I transitioned into my home business full time. And, I treated my home business like I did as a sales manager for a large national retailer, upscale retailer. And I was developing talent offline and I was developing talent online, and it was great. And I enjoyed it. And I learned, things. I would pass information from one channel to the other. And so I didn't need the offline anymore. But it's the sacrifices. What gets you up at 5 in the morning? When you say, well, you know what, I get up at 6:30, I got to be at work at 7:15. Well, no, what? You get up at 5. You get up at 5. Oh, I don't want to do that. Well, then you don't want it. What is your role in your business? You're an entrepreneur. You're trying to make it. You're trying to make it to the next level. What would your boss say if you made excuses, right? If you said, I can't get up early. I can't stay up late. I can't stay awake at night. I can't. Well, then it's a hobby at best for you, and you will continue to work your 9 to 5 until you retire and may or may not get your Social Security, depending on if the system crashes or not. And that's it. But the sad part of all that is, when we talk about your role in your business, is the fact that you were there. You had an opportunity. What did you do with it? You were shown, like you were given the key. You were shown. But what did you do with it, right? So your role in your business is to follow successful people and do what they did, do what they do what they say. So just a little bit about that. A lot of people come to me and say, how do you get motivated? Well, how do you not get motivated? You know, when you're thinking, when you have goals of making 6 figures annually, right? How can you not be motivated? But you can't just want it. You got to do the things that make it. And that would be best examples I can give you, because people, obviously, many people that we work with are trying to get out of the 9 to 5. The only way out is through extreme sacrifice. I would make phone calls from the car, developing talent. On my lunch break, they'd say, where do you go for that hour? I'm working my business. I have my iPad, right? Yeah, I would just tell them I'm watching Netflix. They don't need to know, right? I don't necessarily try to recruit coworkers. I don't necessarily try to recruit family and friends. No, I gave it a strategy, right? Custom funnel, MLM leads, paid advertising, custom video that really inspires people, right? Which is easy to do, and good follow-up. And you just need to have a good business. I can tell you about a good business. I can help you with one that you currently work that is a good business. There's a lot of good businesses out there. We don't fail because of lack of businesses. We fail because of lack of execution, right? And many companies are lacking in their training and development, in their funnels, their lead capture pages, their landing pages, all that kind of good stuff. So anyway, and that's where Traffic Leads to Income VM comes into play. We give you a place to advertise. We give you 7-step strategy to set up your own funnel. And we then take you to the advanced stuff. We do it all. And if you're looking for a team, we even offer you Team to Profit. If not, then you follow what your sponsor says and you go that direction. So it's a perfect deal. All right. So good stuff. I'm going to end this now on the positive note of we all can do it. We all have it in us. But we just always must remember that our role in our business is us and being involved and having the plan and doing everything we can to make it happen. So I thank you for for watching tonight. I'm gonna take the screen share off here. I think this will end up being a good recording, something we can archive. And I'm going to, well, you probably see me now on video. So thank you to my live group. Stay tuned because we're gonna do a drawing for a free login spotlight at Traffic Leads to Income VM. And I'll talk to some of the folks that just came in, like I did with the earlier group. And I wish you a massively successful rest of the week and massive success forever. So you guys are great. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.